Yes, we're just coming out of this most recent discovery in Palenque. I believe it's number 13. ¿Es el número 13?
Sí.
El número 13, in which it's a lot of controversy on what they really discovered. Male, female, queen, sister, wife of Pakal, but we know that it's right next to the Tomb of the Inscriptions, where we're about to see the tomb of Pakal. So there has to be some kind of connection. Going down the side that leads up to the King's Chamber. And then this one was just the opposite orientation, like the upside down world. Instead of climbing up, like we did to the Queen's Chamber and to the King's Chamber, we went down. And then not only that,
steps or a ramp?
And before you get to the King's Chamber, to show the connection to Egypt, you have the step. You have to step up. And it's after you step up, then that's the map room. And that's the map room, the tomb, where they've deciphered the keys and the codes. And that's in the Great Pyramid. It's a map room. You step up, and it's just before you enter into the King's Chamber. So you got a real king.
Very much the same.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, today marks August 17, 2006, corresponding to the day of anniversary of the harmonic convergence. And it's quite spectacular and touching for me, not having the privilege to enter the tomb of Pakal or whomever that great noble king is for many, many years, because it was closed to the public. So today we're joined by children, mothers, and fathers, and maestros, teachers, professors, and doctors, and every category of skill that represents this group of 29 soldiers, warriors, who came to see this at the finale of a fantastic 9-day, 10-night journey, a magical journey, a pilgrimage to end up at this tomb that honors our ancestors, our foreparents, all those who struggled to find our civilization still alive, from Africa to Mexico to the Americas. This tomb was, again, a spectacular experience for me. And I just stood there in amazement to see evidences, again, of what I wrote in my memoirs, having traveled to Egypt in 1975 and again in 1976. And when I returned, I wrote it, and it's in my memoirs up on a shelf. And I said that I believe they would discover the Egyptian tombs at Palenque, and that among them could be Akhenaten and Nefertiti. That was in my visionary writings, 1976. Thank you.
I just want to say that we had been from the apex to the top of the tomb of Pakal, descending into the vortex. And that certainly is symbolic of this experience we've had. We've had most highs, but our lows have gone deep in our hearts. And that is symbolic of all that we've learned. It's a very emotional experience for me. I think it's emotional for all of us. I don't know where this is coming from.
Oh, we love you.
Okay.
For all the effort you made to take us on this journey.
This tomb is a sacred place.
It is.
And it represents the strength of our ancestors. It represents the genius of our ancestors in such a glorious form. And it certainly represents the connection with Africa. And that has been our whole purpose, to understand that connection. And we end this trip on a special day, August 17th, in a very profound way. I think all of us have been very affected by it. We have been elevated by it. I'm sure we will never forget this experience. And those who go to Egypt for the rest of their lives will make the connection between Pakal, Palenque, the Mayan, ancient Egypt, Olmecas, moving us to Yanga and people of African descent who are in Mexico, which really affects the entire population. Those are my thoughts at this moment. Ashe.
And here we are, the African diaspora in Mexico concluded. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you so much.
Wow.